Hello beautiful people of the internet, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another tour of my valley. This time I finally reached 200 hours. I swear I have been like counting down the minutes until I got here, but I finally arrived and I'm really ready to do an updated tour. I mean, first of all, can I just say thank you for all of the support on the speed builds? Oh my gosh, it has been crazy the last couple days. I have been wanting to be a content creator for like 10 years now, so to see 1K on a video, honestly, it just feels really good. So thank you so much for your support if you did watch that video, and if you subscribed recently or if you've been subscribed, just thank you so much for your support. Now for this tour, let's do a little bit of an OOTD. We're very casual. We're very we're going on a little vacation, a little trip. And please keep in mind, my valley is like by no means extraordinarily designed. I have pretty much the 4 places I did speed builds on, and that's really it so far. Otherwise, I have made a few changes. You can probably kind of see them throughout the Let's Play episodes, but some of this I've done recently. I do feel like a lot of changes have been made. They're just not like super beautiful right now. First, I am going to show the house. There's like almost nothing in it. I refused to show it last time, and I thought I would refuse to show it this time, but I mostly want to show the storage room. So this is what I have right now. It's actually so hilarious. It looked a little bit better until literally last night when I decided I was going to do rainbow chests because they introduced the colors of the chest. So I was like, okay, I'm going to make a flower row, and then I'm just going to do all the colors of the rainbow, and then I'll do like a fish row. I don't know. I think it's gonna work. And then here's my very sad kitchen. I honestly don't know when I'm gonna work on my interior very extensively. I will probably wait until I get really good flooring and wallpaper. I just don't like what they've given us, or at least what they've given me. I buy out Scrooge's shop every single day, and I still haven't gotten a lot that I actually like, especially with the doors. The doors are so ugly, and I can't get better ones. Like, I kind of like this one, but no, it's just not working for me. So anyways, that's that. And the only reason I really wanted to show that off is because I think I might do a little interior work in between 200 and 300. So hopefully there's something I can like update on for that. As per the outside of my house, I do have the castle skin. I believe that's all I have. No, I do have the cottage. Okay, so I have the cottage as well. I don't know whether I'm gonna stick with the castle or the cottage. And there's also this Mike and Sully's apartment. Like, I kind of want it, but I don't know. I really like the castle, but part of me feels like it's not going to fit in. It all depends on where I want to put my house at the end of all of this, because I don't think it's gonna stay right here. Maybe it will, but not sure. And this is my outdoor storage area, and these chests kind of follow what I have in here. It's just easy drop-off points. I'm not gonna go too much into this area because it's super messy. I have my coconuts right here, and then some lemons and some cherries, because these are the fruits I am currently trying to get complete in my foraging Dreamlight duties. Here we have lemons, coconuts, cherries. So I'm just waiting on those. We have Scrooge's shop and 𝘨𝑉𝑚𝑒, and this is currently my little like egg harvesting area, even though I think I've completed like everything regarding the eggs. And I didn't even bother to clean up this part. This is where most of like my flowers and my oregano have been spawning right now. I don't really know why they love this area, but I'm not complaining because it's all kind of consolidated to one spot. If you go on this side, this is my most recent speed build. You can watch the speed build either in the description, in the I button. I also have a playlist of all of my speed builds, but yeah, this one received a lot of positive attention. It's honestly not my favorite. I do like it, but I think I'm more fond of everything else that I've properly built in my valley. And then a little bit past the theme park, you have this little garden area, or park area, I guess. It leads you right back to the staircase. Eventually, I'm gonna close off like this part where I just walked, kind of where my eggs and my flowers are, and this is all just gonna be like a field, I guess, for stuff to spawn in and for me to throw like flowers in. And then there's gonna be a straight pathway from the main part of the plaza to this. Once you go a little bit down here, I think I'm gonna do a path maybe like around the pond. I do want to put one of those petting zoos over here. I've seen a lot of people do the petting zoos, and at first I didn't get it, but now that I've done the theme park, I'm like, oh my god, that fits in so well. So yeah, that's what this is gonna be. And then I guess this will mostly just all be pathing. I'm gonna have another path that goes straight from the staircase to the stairway to the beach. So I believe this will mostly be covered if I put the petting zoo over there. I might have a little bit of extra space, but it's not gonna be anything too crazy. I don't think, at least. My meadow is very empty on this side. I threw everyone's houses over here when I was moving them for the speed build for the theme park. So yeah, there's really nothing. I do pretty much have solidified plans for the rest of the meadow. It is gonna be pretty much only for Mickey and Minnie. Minnie's gonna be a flower field and Mickey's gonna be a vegetable garden. And I've definitely gotten some inspiration from other people to kind of make it more natural. So I may be doing that. All I know is that it's gonna be divided for Mickey and Minnie, and everyone else who is here is going to move. Now we're gonna go into the beach. This is gonna be a very quick walkthrough. I didn't even bother to clean it up because I haven't done really anything. I threw Moana out here. We still have Donald's boat in the same spot. This was like not a real build, just a bunch of stuff I threw right here for Nala for one of her quests. We have Wally's, I don't even know what this is called, truck, I guess. I just threw him down here too. Prince Eric's house, and then Skull Rock has Ursula and Ariel over there. Nothing too special. Everything is pretty much exactly the same. Oh, and there's Maui over there too by Skull Rock. I forgot to mention that. But yeah, nothing new. Moana's boat is fully upgraded. I do have that. So that's pretty cool. Going up to the forest. I also really didn't clean this up because it's mostly empty. Kristoff and Anna's house is still here, but they will be going to Frosted Heights eventually. And Elsa's stuff is still in the same spot as well. The one thing I do have here is Buzz's campsite, which is more happily accessed through the plaza. I do like to imagine that the plaza is kind of like the tourist trap, which is why like the restaurant and the shop are probably going to take up the other side of it. But as you make your way out more, it tends to be more, I guess, like homey, more set for people who live here. This is kind of a middle ground because this is obviously Buzz's home, but it is also a campsite. So I imagine people can come and do a camping trip over here. You have a fire pit, your tables, there's a crafting bench over here. This is like the driveway up where you could park your camper. Buzz has a potato field over here. And there is a quote-unquote hot springs back here. You can sit on the bench, even though Maui's in the freaking way. But kind of a lot of mess. You can have some hot cocoa, wash your clothes, cook some food, or just enjoy the pool. Oh, and then we have another cooking pit over here. So Buzz does live here, as I said. He lives on the campsite, but it is inspired by real campsites where people can stay. Nothing else to see here, and there's literally nothing in Frosted Heights either. It is a complete mess right now. I'll just walk through it just to kind of show, what state it's in. It's an absolute mess. That's what state it's in. I will eventually do a speed build for Anna and Kristoff. And I believe that's everyone who's going to be staying here, at least for right now until we get some more characters. And with that, let's move to the Glade. The Glade is another one that I haven't really worked on. So I only have about 3 biomes that I've put any sort of effort into. I think the Glade is going to be the least touched. At the bare minimum, until we get more characters, I am very much holding out for the Princess and the Frog. When we do get characters like Tiana and Naveen and Louie, hopefully, I'm begging for him. Once those guys show up, we're gonna go all out for them. Until then, I will probably do a very small speed build for Mother Gothel, but since her house is kind of on a small plot of land, it's probably only really gonna be like this area. I don't even know if it's worth doing an actual speed build for, but maybe I'll have it like come out a little bit into these areas. All I know is that most of this land is going for my Princess and the Frog characters. Now I'm gonna lead you to Forgotten Lands before I go into the plateau. I don't have anything extensive going on here, but I do have some things that I am like working on. For example, right here, this is my wood farm. I got this idea from Probably Senpai. He made a video on like how to stop struggling with dark wood, and he changed my life for real. So I did make this little wood farm area. I want to put more fencing, I just don't have enough wood. But yeah, it's been really helping me work on my dark wood, so I'm really happy about it. And this is my pumpkin farming area. I still have a little bit of expansion to go. I'm gonna go all the way until I hit the pond. I've changed the layout of this a couple times, but now I think I just want it to cover this back area. I'm not gonna do any builds here until, first of all, I feel mostly comfortable with my pumpkin farm, and until I get enough dark wood to finish my storage. I think at least. Maybe I'll do one. I know I want Merlin to be, I think, like right here. So he's kind of gonna block off my pumpkin area. Maybe when I'm ready to do his, I'll just dig out some of this pumpkin area, probably up to like right here, and then I'll just do his build. But I don't know. I'm really waiting because I have so many other builds that I have planned. And we still don't know who's in this freaking pumpkin house. I'm assuming this is going to be Fairy Godmother, but yeah, I don't know. Even if she comes, I don't even know if she would belong here, but I don't know where else she would go. So rip on that. Coming down here, I'm going to save the best for last, which is Sunlit Plateau. I've done the most work on this thus far, and it's still not fully developed. This is Scar's area. Exactly how it came. I have not really touched this at all. I do plan to do a build for him as well eventually. I promise I'm working on them. It's just gonna take some time. Coming around here, we have Pride Rock. I've also done a speed build on this. We have our little dining area back here. Yes, a lot of stuff has like spawned into it. I keep a lot of the carcasses around just because I feel like they fit the vibe. Dinner area, and then we have a little relaxing area with the waterfalls and another pool, and here's the actual entrance to Pride Rock. My well is over here. I don't know if that's gonna stick in that area. It's a temporary solve. Once you come on this side, this is like the most decorated area of the entire valley. I haven't fully developed this spot. I do have a small garden that sometimes I put ingredients in. The shop is here. I'm gonna come around this side to show you Mirabelle's house first. This was my very, very first speed build, and I'm in love with it. This is one of my favorites. It's just a lot of pathing and a lot of foliage, I guess. There's a seating area back here where you can sit and play the guitar. We have a bike. And then once you go back here, there's another seating area with another bike, and there's plenty of books right here so that you can just sit and read. Another cute pool. I have a chest right here that has absolutely nothing in it, but I don't know, in case you want to put stuff in it, it's there. And then here's a flower garden. I didn't know what to put right there, so I just threw some flowers. And then we have a little orchid to walk through with a bunch of cocoa beans, and then there's also a fishing area right here. So, I mean, it has everything you need on the side. I absolutely adore this whole spot. You can still access the rocks. Wait, can I? Yeah, you can still access the rocks perfectly through here. So I can't think of much else to do with this area. I do have those bushes. I don't know what they are. Can't remember if that's coffee or not. I think it's coffee. So maybe I'll set up like another foraging area over here. I think I still need the cherries, maybe too. I'm trying to fit in the natural resources as much as possible. As you can see, I don't have like that many flowers that are still spawning out of the builds, but I like when they spawn in the builds. For example, that one, because they look natural and I don't feel the need to pick them up. Even like some of the carcasses, like this carcass, I'm fine with it being right here. I hate when they spawn in Mirabelle's area because it doesn't make sense. But right here, I would imagine that the lions sometimes creep into this area. They just stick out like a sore thumb when they're in the middle. So I'm hoping with more builds, they'll kind of make more sense. I just kind of want more lions and more like Africa animals. I wish Madagascar was Disney or Pixar, not DreamWorks, because I want all the Madagascar characters to be in here. But yeah, like I said, I'm trying to get those spawns to not be so aggressive, I guess. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job over here. I'm not going to do speed builds for every little thing. Like I didn't do a speed build for the orchid area. I probably won't do a speed build for anything I do right here. And I don't know what I'm doing with this side yet, but I'm probably going to hold out for more characters. Hopefully some that will fit in eventually. Other than that, I've kind of talked about my plans for every area. If you watch my first valley tour, my 100 hours tour, I do talk about where I want everyone to be at. There's only a few that I don't really know where they're gonna be. Sunlit Plateau so far, I think I've put everyone who needs to be there. Glade of Trust, I'm not putting anyone else there. I talked about the one house I want in Frosted Heights, which will be Kristoff and Anna and Olaf's. Merlin is going to be in Forgotten Lands. Pretty much everyone that's on the beach will still stay on the beach, except Wally, and I don't know where I'm putting Wally yet. Wally and Stitch are the two that I'm unsure of. Moana, Ariel, Donald, Ursula, and Prince Eric are likely all going to stay on the beach. We'll have Mickey and Minnie in the meadow. Woody and Scrooge and Remy should all likely be in the plaza. Mother Gothel stays in the glade. Nala and Simba and Mirabel in the Sunlit Plateau. Oh, and Scar. Merlin in Forgotten Lands. Buzz and Goofy are in the forest. And I believe that hits every single person. Oh, Maui. I always forget about Maui because I don't like him. On the beach. Obviously, Elsa has to stay in the forest. That's where she's stuck at. And I don't know where I'm putting my house. I think Wally and Stitch are going to come down to where I have room once I do all my speed builds, and also where their houses fit into. Because when you think about it, Buzz, I can't think of any place where Buzz himself actually belongs, where he would like be happy at. But since his house is an RV, I thought about where it would make the most sense to make a campsite. Woody is the same situation. Like, where does Woody fit in? It's not like there's a place that's meant for like a cowboy. But since this house is a carousel, why not put him in the theme park? Stitch has this really cute like observatory house. I'm really likely starting to think he's either going to be in Forgotten Lands or Sunlit Plateau or the beach. I think his decor makes the most sense for the beach. But his personality and the fact that his house is like an observatory makes sense for Forgotten Lands to me. Like, I mean, he's an alien. Come on. And Sunlit Plateau because, I don't know, I kind of just think the style fits in as well. But it's likely not going to be that one. It's probably going to be Forgotten Lands at the end of all of this. I think that's what I'm leaning towards. And for Wally's, I mean, I don't know where this looks like it belongs, but I've been leaning mostly to Sunlit Plateau for him as well, or potentially still in the meadow, kind of right outside the petting zoo. I might do like a gardening area again. Like, I'll have just a lot of gardens because Mickey and Minnie will both have gardens, and then I'll just add Wally in there too. Wally might also fit in the forest. I talked about this in the last speed build, but since Kristoff and Anna are gonna live in the Frosted Heights, but Kristoff is really like a foresty guy to me, I'm gonna put them as close as I could possibly can to the forest, kind of having them bridging the gap. And then Kristoff is gonna have a stall, I believe right here, but maybe, you know, maybe I could put them up here and then have the stalls over here. All I know is that I want Kristoff to have a little shopping area with some vegetable stalls as well, and then maybe Wally can be a part of that too. And I think that's it, but I have to develop these ideas fully in my head before I can go into them. The next upcoming speed builds will be Mickey and Minnie in the Peaceful Meadow, Goofy somewhere around like, I guess here in the forest. The petting zoo down here will be its own thing. I want to do Scars soon and Merlin soon, so that's probably the next upcoming 5. In between that, I'll probably be working a little bit on the Sunlit Plateau, not like super crazily, but I kind of want to finish it out. And my next one I probably like finish off will be the forest. The plaza and the Peaceful Meadow, probably going to take a little bit of time, but we'll get there soon enough. These 4 are definitely priorities, and all these external ones, Frosted Heights, Forgotten Lands, Glade of Trust, and Dazzle Beach, they're not going to be really felt out until later on, until we get more characters, and until I have the will to do so. This might take like all year, honestly. The beach won't be that hard, it's just not my favorite place to work with. And also until we get like until we get the ability to take like the fire out of the ground in Forgotten Lands and also fix all of the pillars, it's gonna be a little bit annoying because you can't move all of those things. So yeah, we're playing a little bit of a waiting game with some of these things. Personally though, I'm not worried. I have so many things lined up. It's honestly like by the time they fully release the game or release all these characters, like I still will have not finished all of my builds and I won't be where I want to be. Still have a long way to go, especially with my interior and just my storage. I have a lot of stuff that I still need more inventory with. So yeah, if you do want to see more updates with my Valley, do be sure to keep up with those speed builds and keep up with those Let's Play episodes because I'm constantly upgrading the Valley. Especially my speed builds are probably my favorite thing that I do on this channel. They make me very happy and I know you guys usually enjoy them. So go watch all the ones I've done if you haven't already, and you can expect another one probably within the next at least couple of weeks, hopefully next week, depending on how stressed out the next one makes me. The theme park honestly depleted like all of my resources, so I have to stockpile a lot in the next few days. So I hope you understand if it does take like another week or so. But anyways, I hope to see you all in the next video, but if not, bye-bye!